Angelo's taking his pants off right now.
He fit the category of came from another company.
Well, he's compact, so he fits in a lot of places.
Yeah,
so
very easily.
Yeah, just not to be short with you. Cool.
Do you think that powdered milk is the reason that you and your brother have that special type of strength?
Cool.
Do you think that powdered milk is the reason that you and your brother have that special type of strength?
I look normal bald.
You don't look
Jason
bad.
Statham looks good bald.
Yeah.
But I think I'm a little bit above George Costanza. But I'm a lot below Jason
I have
Statham.
to say this with confidence in who you are as a person, not only as a partner, as a friend, as a confidant. You somehow have to be, at least somewhat remotely attractive. And
I'm out here living life, bro.
he has everything at his fingertips anyway.
As long as I got my step ladder.
Except for the counter, if he's got his ladder
The world
ready,
is right there, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's up there. You gotta say that with him, like the world's up there, you know.
That's how I got so wide. I had to do pull-ups to get up everywhere.
Hey, cheers.
Cheers.
To loyalty and friendship.
Friendship.
God.
Was it cold?
Good. They're freezing.
Good. God, he's drunk already. Jesus Christ.
Because all that sugar went to his head.
There is a lot of
He's
sugar
probably
though.
diabetic at this point.
Fat. What are you allowed to do? I know that roller coasters are out. I would imagine go-karts.
Well, those scary anyway.
Well, he could do go-karts. He could do that with a...
Are you taller than Revens?
With a father
Revens,
figure.
is he taller than you?
5'4" ¾
No, you are not 5'4".
¾
No, you...
Get the tape right now.
You are not.
5'4" ¾
Revens, how tall are you?
219 pounds, baby.
You're 5 feet exactly? All right, you go. Let's go real quick, back to back. Come
Why
on.
don't you guys just stand up?
Oh, hey, oh.
You are now tuned in to the best roofing podcast in the world, the Roof Trollz.
Welcome back, baby, Roof Trollz. Your favorite host.
Angelo.
As always, Angelo will try to hijack the podcast. He always does. He's very good at that. But yeah, so I'm excited. We have some, I wouldn't even say guests anymore because
He's been on a couple times now.
yeah, no.
I live here.
Have you been on more than one episode though? Was that the only
No, just the one. Yeah, so
Really?
far.
Oh, that was so fucking long ago too. It was
Yeah,
like
we're
20
doing
episodes.
we're doing a disservice to you then. We apologize. That was a long time. That was one of the first podcasts.
It was like
Yeah.
number 2 or 3, I thought.
Yeah, right when we decided to move these couches to when it was in the conference room instead of that stupid round table we were at.
Our outdoor furniture.
I believe you were the first one. If I remember correctly, I think you actually were the first one to do that podcast because the first 4 episodes are done at that round table.
We didn't air some of them.
Yeah, well, one of them. He got so nervous and scared that we literally could not air it. It was that bad. Like, he was that nervous, we couldn't do it. Which is weird because he would be the last one we would think would be nervous. He should be embracing this. And
Well, should I give him
yeah.
a quick update then?
Huh?
On my life since then?
I'd love you.
No one cares.
Still homeless, guys. Still homeless.
Well, you got your home, but the one fell through, right?
Yeah, but
At
no,
that
I'm
time.
not actually homeless anymore, so thanks for,
Well, the motto also is we don't pay you guys to work either.
yeah.
Yeah,
Or-
that is a philosophy that we often reiterate to people who work here at Romans is we don't pay you guys to work. You know, we want to. Yeah, we got to hang out. We got to hang out with. And if anybody wants to know what we're laughing at, I'm not even going to tell you this time. You got to tune into the YouTube channel that you guys keep ignoring. I guess we could dive into the update. But what's cool is that we're back here with no agenda, and it's not often that we get on the podcast and just shoot the shit. Like
Yeah,
it's not.
that's-
We try to with everybody, but people got shit to promote.
That's the plan still. We just, there's episodes that are out now that have kind of shown where we've traveled a little bit. You guys were at IRE. I think technically you met someone that you guys were down in Texas.
Ryan Stewman,
Yeah,
man,
the Stewman
Apex,
podcast.
baby.
That was a great episode.
That just went out. So it's not that we don't want to have these episodes where we're just kind of what's going on at Romans, talking to our people here. Just we've been really busy. So if you've been watching, you obviously can see or listening. So it's again, not that we're trying to shy away from doing things like this, because everyone knows if you watch listen to the earlier ones, me and Elijah love shooting the shit, busting each other's balls, and just having a good time. We just had some really good guests, We had the guys from Built Strong, Ty and Tony, which were some great episodes.
Ty Adams, Tony Flatham.
Yeah, we were fortunate to do a podcast with Michael Floyd, which is just cool in and of itself.
Former Super Bowl champion, Michael Floyd.
The guy caught a pass from freaking Tom Brady. That. That's just like...
Well, dude, he was a Notre Dame great, too. He's a
No,
fucking
for sure.
monster in college.
Yeah. Gets drafted in the first round to the Cardinals, gets mentored by Larry Fitz. Again, just to have that conversation, right, was just super cool. So, that was...
And now he's a dog in the real estate game.
Yeah. Outside of that...
Dan Walrack and Tiffany Walrack.
Talked to both of those guys.
And Dan, just a modest $18.5 million of residential sales in 1 year by himself. No big deal, guys. No big deal
Exactly.
for that guy.
So we've just been busy. You guys went down to IRE. Unfortunately couldn't make that trip, but you ended up talking to Mr. Stuman, which ended up being a phenomenal random event. You guys run into each other, which again, you got to tune in to hear that story because I'll be honest, it is one of the better ones.
And we didn't really even give enough credit to the fact of how that took place. So
yeah,
we were invited to a place called the Cowboy Club in Dallas.
Hang on for context, because again, it just sounds like some bar or club. No,
I'm going to dive into it real
Jerry
quick.
Jones owns this place and created it for a specific reason.
Dude,
but it's crazy, man.
It's a glass structure, all glass around it, over the practice field of the Dallas Cowboys, above the workout room of the Dallas Cowboys, and it is an exclusive club. I do believe that they said their membership is like $40,000, a down payment of $40,000, and then it's like $400 or $500 a month to be able to drink in here. No cell phone access. After you hit a certain point in this club, you are not allowed to pull your phone out. The rules are enforced for everybody who's not a celebrity or player. So meaning that the players and celebrities have their phones and stuff. They can do whatever the hell they want to. The idea and the concept around it as we did our tour was just to provide a safe space for those people to be able to go at. So at any point in time, Shaquille O'Neal frequents there a lot. Michael Irvin, a lot of the Cowboys do. A lot of the players. It's just a place for them to be private at. So inside there was really, really amazing around a lot of people who are obviously in a different financial situation than a lot of other people. That's to say it kindly. I make good money and I didn't belong there.
That's
so
that's
all. I make good money. These people make great money. But they gave us a tour and stuff, and it was amazing, just the atmosphere. So come to find out. Dustin Cates, who owns Three Kings Roofing, and they're set up all over Texas. They just got hit with 2-inch hail. If you guys need your roof looked at and you're in Dallas, Texas, man, hit up Three Kings, Dustin Cates. Beautiful fucking office. Those guys will handle business. So they set this up, and I guess Ryan Stuman was actually the person behind all this. Like, he's the one that has access to the Cowboy Club, and kind of like, I think Dustin has it too, and they kind of like worked together and pulled some strings for us to get in there. Obviously, we're not members of that, so the hospitality was amazing. We get into this atmosphere, and Ryan had been brought up a couple times by Dustin, and I knew he was in Apex because I know Tony Flatham really well. I know he's in Apex, and I follow Ryan on social media, and I have for a while. So I told Dustin I'd like to meet him, if that opportunity ever came, and coincidentally, we were sitting at Cowboy Club, and he comes in, and I actually was talking to our buddy Matt. I was talking with him. I snuck one of my friends in the Cowboy Club. So I'm talking to him, and Dustin comes up. He's like, hey, man, I want you to meet Ryan. So I shake Ryan's hand. I'm like, hey, man, nice to meet you. This is who I am. And immediately, dude, I just dive into it. Right away. First question out of my mouth. Hey, man, I'd like to get you on the Roof Trollz. I know you're a busy dude. What does that look like? What do I got to do? Do I got to come to you? You come to me, whatever. He's like, well, I'll be in Chicago in a few weeks, but he's like, I'm in and out of there. So he's like, I don't know, what time we could do this or whatever. And he's like, well, explain to me the concept. So I explained to him the collaboration, all that shit. This conversation goes on for about 2 minutes. Then he goes, all right, fuck it. Let's shoot it tomorrow. I'm in. And I said, shoot it tomorrow. I said, Brian, this is 12 a.m. in the Cowboy Club. We're drinking. I said, shoot it tomorrow. I said, Ryan, I'm down here on a business trip.
Like from Chicago.
We're from Chicago. We're going to IRE in San Antonio, 4 hours away from here. I have to drive tomorrow. I said, I don't have my marketing team. I don't have cameras, nothing. He goes, well, I'll tell you what, man. He goes, I got an office. I got cameras. I got a marketing guy. And we can record it. You do whatever the fuck you want with it, man. He's like, air it. So, throw it away. I don't give a shit. He goes, what's your excuse now? And I said, literally to him, I said, fuck, what time do you want me there? And he said, 10 o'clock, let's do it. And I said, okay. He literally picked his phone out of his pocket, gave me an address, called his marketing guy and said, hey, what's up? He goes, hey, man, we're shooting a podcast tomorrow. Yeah, whatever. Just meet us there at 10 o'clock. Make sure we have cameras and everything set up. All right. He hung up. He goes, all right, we're good to go. And he walks away. We literally do 3 minutes. So as if that wasn't enough already to watch how busy this fucking guy is. So 3-minute conversation, done. We're shooting a podcast. I go back and tell Mike, everybody, hey, man, we got to wake up a little earlier. Sorry, guys. We're shooting a podcast, and we're doing this. Pull up to this big-ass building in Apex. We get greeted at the door by the marketing guy. He walks us around. The whole time he's walking us around, Ryan's got some camera shit on him. He's doing like a little commercial thing. I'm walking around, looking at his office. He gets done with that. He hops on a call. He's like, you could hear him rah-rahing some people up. I'm in this room, one of 4 podcast rooms, by the way. We're waiting for him to come in there. Comes in there, yanks off a microphone, throws it to his guy, sits down, and he goes, all right, let's do this. We sit there and we chit-chat for a little bit. We roll in the Roof Trollz. As soon as it's done, he goes, "You guys need anything else from me? No? All right, cool, man. You guys have a good day. Grab whatever." And then he just goes, and we're not even out of the office yet, and he's on another Zoom call, like firing up people and shit as we're walking out of there. So I'm like, "All right, cool." One of his marketers gives us one of his books. We literally fucking just walk out of there. And, you know, when people watch that podcast, I really try to drive home the fact that I talked to that guy for a total of 7 minutes on a personal level. Everything else, that was filmed. You guys saw our interaction. So, like, when you watch that episode or you listen to that episode, I don't talk anywhere near as often as I do on the podcast because I knew nothing about him. And his story is so fucking good that all I could do is just sit there and just, like, listen to it. And if you guys haven't listened to that podcast yet, I mean, it's something to listen to because we promote ourselves as normal people doing really big things. That dude is a cool-ass, just normal dude, and he's doing fucking amazing things that he shouldn't be doing at his level, you know? Like, he took advantage of a situation that popped up in front of him, and he fucking ran with it. And I just feel like it was so in line with us, and I you know, we connected with a few people on here after you do the interviews, and you're just like, all right, man, this guy's great, you know? And we had that when we did the Minnesota one, we connected with a few of them, but Reed Asher was fucking awesome. Yeah, that was like one of those ones you just take home from it. That podcast with Ryan Stewman for me was like that. I'm like, dude, this is fucking, you know, this is, as a podcast host, that's what we strive for every guest. So, like, just to touch base on that, but I love that episode.
It's like a perfect segue. So I love getting the feedback on that because obviously we talk a little bit about that just in day to day. But you know, I didn't know the entire story behind it, which is fun. But I think that's like the perfect segue to you, Kevin. Is I think there's never really a theme to anything here, but like more about your story. Your time here at Romans now has been over a year.
Yeah, just over a year.
You've already been promoted. We obviously had a relationship, right? So I knew you from when I worked at ABC Supply. Mm-hmm. I was one of the outside sales reps, and I met you when you were working at a previous company. Nothing bad to say about that company either, but you know, just hey, we met, and when you were available on the market, we tried scooping you up. And since then, you know, if you'd like to take it away and kind of just dive into that. I don't know how much you talked on the last podcast about it.
Well, I mean, we hit on that a little bit. So I just kind of walked in one day. You guys hired me, brought me in to kind of do the retail thing, which I was happy about. But then I came in one day, and I think it was both you two. Like, hey, just so you know, you're a team lead now.
Yeah.
I said, okay. Well, I don't know what that means, but sure, let's run with that. So dove into that, did that for the rest of the year. But then since then, I don't think we talked about this then. I become sales manager, so kind of taking over the whole thing, retail and the insurance side of things. It's been a fun adventure to really be able to grow with some people that you actually like working with every day, and I kind of have the similar mindset of growth and development. So it's been pretty amazing, honestly. I love being here.
And we didn't fire Jim either, because Jim was the. Jim's been on here a couple of times, but he was the sales manager, so we promoted him up to sales director.
So he kind of just oversees all of the sales, because that's one of the big pushes that we've made this year is we do a lot of restoration work, right? We help people with the insurance, you know, for their roof, siding, gutters. You know, we're now doing windows. But, you know, there's this whole market of retail. And so that was initially why we brought you here. But as, you know, the company's still growing, we're trying to figure things out. It just we couldn't use you solely at that, so...
Yeah, we just, it was all hands on deck, basically. Yeah. We had a big storm in Michigan City, the 3.5 inch, which we touch on all the time. That sort of happened, and we just needed to put guys in positions to succeed, really. So retail took a back seat, which is fine. But now in this position, and we're kind of going back to that, and we brought some new guys on, who I think do a great job. You know, shout out to Kerry, he does great. Brought on Herbie, he's going to do great things. Can we talk about Jesse, too? Brought him on.
Yeah, we had Jesse recently back on. To discuss his unique situation. I'm not going to give too much away.
Yeah,
but
we don't need to go into that.
But there was some drama involved in Roof Trollz, which is inevitable to happen. It's a podcast, and it's Roof fucking Trolls, so you know what you're getting into. But there was a little bit of drama that honestly was probably unnecessary. But nevertheless, it opened up another door for somebody else, and it put us in a spot where now we can start to realistically look at $20 million as a realistic goal now because of the moves that were made. So kudos to that company for being in that position to do that. But it really sucked in his situation. But like I said, I don't want to dive too much in that because he actually spent an episode talking about it in depth.
Yeah, we
and,
don't want to give anything
and that's
away.
important. Yeah,
Or
we
then, at
had to
this point-
fucking take down his episode, which at the time for Roof Troll listeners, it was the #1 listened to podcast that we had, and we had to take that down because of legality purposes. So unfortunately, that episode, if you go through our list, it's still down, and it like kind of skips that number. So whatever. It ended up being a blessing more than it was a curse. So
Oh yeah, I mean, it was an unfortunate event for him, but a huge come up for us because he alludes to our people in retail that are kind of helping us start these other ventures for Roman's Roofing, and he named them all. We were able to get 3 guys that had worked at other companies, including yourself actually, who are now helping us open up so much more of the company. I don't think people always realize how much work's actually involved to just open up a small part of a company. It takes creating so much to it. There's a lot of legwork involved in. Kevin's come in and been very open about doing that. Carrie came in, has been very open and just giving his all to help us, kind of get retail going. And then we were able to bring Herbie in, and has a lot of multifamily background. So now we're like, hey, awesome. It might not be low slope, that commercial, but he's familiar with it to some degree. But again, multifamily is a huge venture in this big multi-billion-dollar organization that's out there of roofing, siding, gutters, and restoration. So we get now Jesse, who has more of the low slope and more of a business background. So I mean, we've been just setting up Romans with All Stars, and it kind of all started with you. Outside of the original guys that came here.
Yeah, well, now we have All Stars. We're not saying you were an All Star when we got you. So we're just saying we filled it up with All Stars.
No, now
Like,
B-tier.
Yeah. You were,
I'm sorry, I might have misspoke.
Yeah, he was tier 1.
Yeah.
Now we got some tier 3s in here.
Yeah.
But it started,
that's what
stepping
it was.
stone.
He fit the category of came from another company.
Well, he's compact, so he fits in a lot of places.
Yeah,
so, like,
very easily.
Yeah, just not to be short with you. I'm just saying, like,
I
it
miss
just,
this.
Well, that's what we miss.
It was a small surprise.
Yeah.
It's basically what it was. Like, yeah.
I'm not that quick-witted to do that.
Yeah.
I'm quick-witted.
Yeah.
But he's good with like.
Well, with a little bit of time,
Yeah.
you can get to that level.
Well, I've actually gotten bigger recently. As you know, I got
You've
some
been eating
threats
good
from
now, lobster tails and stuff.
ramen noodle in my office is what I've really been eating, and you know that to be true. You can't even argue with me. But
All he does is work. I can't do.
I got scared
anything else.
because of the threats from a sales rep. Shout out Matt Lyon. So I had to bulk up and put on roughly 20 pounds of muscle because I was scared he was going to beat me up.
Yeah.
That's true.
And at your size, all you can really do is like lift weights and stuff. It's like
Right.
your personal life. There's not. I mean, what are you allowed to do? I know that roller coasters are out. I would imagine go-karts.
Well, those scary anyway.
Well, he could do go-karts because he could do that with a.
Are you taller than Revens?
With a father
Revens,
figure.
is he taller than you?
5'4" and 3/4.
No, you are not 5'4".
And 3/4.
No, you.
Get the
He's
tape
leaguing in
right
that.
now.
You are not
5'4" and 3/4.
Revens, how tall are you?
219 pounds, baby.
You're 5 feet exactly. All right, you go. Let's go. Let's go real quick, back to back. Come
Why
on.
don't you guys just stand up?
I know
Come
you
over
don't
here.
want to be on here, Spark
on.
Rock. Come on, you got to put your face out there. You guys do great editing. We got to see this.
Yeah, let's just see.
Yeah. And if you're not watching on YouTube, you can't see this. You can't see.
Let me check your.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, you
these
got
are-
some.
these
Yeah,
are low
come on,
slopes.
those are Spice Girl shoes.
Let's
You
see.
got some
We can see. All right.
steppers.
So you're
Ooh.
you're taller than a small woman.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, God, Will's got to get you. He's a perfectionist,
okay.
so the lighting's not right for him. So he's got to line it up.
Oh, I love it.
Oh man, not much.
How good is it?
It's.
It ain't
About
gr-
4 inches?
I'll tell you, it ain't 4 3/4.
It ain't great. It ain't
Yeah, I'll
great.
tell you that much. Yeah, I got you pegged at about 5'3".
I'm getting older, so I may have shrank. I don't know.
But that's right there. Let me get your mic and all that set up back to you. But that's one of the reasons.
Drop
like,
it down.
Yeah, we love you so much. Is we're able to have those type of jokes with you because friendship and loyalty is everything to us.
Yeah.
And you've definitely. I mean, I think you've definitely crossed that being part of the Romans group. I mean, it's one thing to work together, but I mean, I've said before, like I enjoy going out. We've gone out and had some beers together. We've gone on our trips together, and you're as much of almost a friend now as you would just be, one of my little worker bees. As we do work you a lot.
Well, I enjoy
No, we don't.
Well, according
He's
to
never
Kevin,
in his office.
well, according to Kevin,
my
he works
God.
there.
He's never in it.
Elijah, I'm here every day. I've never seen him in his office once.
Yeah, every
know.
day I come here, I take a picture of his empty office because he swears to me he's in it all the time.
Well, what he's
never
doing
here.
is he's making that ramen and the chicken cans. Fuck, man. All right. If
49
anyone's-
grams of protein.
I'll be honest.
I
so-
grew up in a Channel 7 special house with like 18 animals. Smelled like shit all the time. And it always smelled like cat food. It did. I mean, that's part of my broken home story. They know. It's not nothing, no knock on my mom. She's put in a bad spot. Anybody who knows my background, if you don't worry. Book's coming soon. So I talk
Shameless
about
plug, I
that.
love
Shameless
it.
plug, baby. A book is coming, though. His office always reminds me of my house back then because it just smells like cat food.
You're welcome.
It's you're welcome for kicking up that childhood trauma. Just a little dust up to remember
Well, it
where
keeps
we
you
come
working
from.
hard.
Well,
Keeps you motivated. You don't want to go back to that.
Well, I
You're
tried it.
What, poverty?
Well,
He is not
tried it.
poverty.
I lived it.
We have the masters in it.
Yeah, I can do that with my blindfold. That ain't no thing.
Amazing. If you ain't had powdered milk, you ain't living.
Yeah, it's
You ever
called
put powdered
condensed
milk
for a
in
reason.
milk?
Dude, did I tell you about that?
Condensed
No.
milk.
Oh, so
More
when-
milk per milk. It's great.
When we lived in Tampa, Florida, it's a true story. When we lived in Tampa, Florida, I was about 7, 8 years old. And what my mom would do is she would go to the store and she would buy 4 gallons of milk. Because we would eat a bunch of cereal. That's all we'd eat. We were poor. Cereal would be dinner sometimes. So we get 4 gallons of milk. And what she would do is, Angelo just said, "Fuck the story." So what she would do is she would leave one in the fridge, okay, and then you drink another one, but you have to keep those. So then when you're down to 2, what they do then is my mom would split the gallons of milk up. So she would take 2 full gallons and dump them in all 4 containers. So it was leveled out half gallons of milk in each one of these 4 gallons. Then we'd take powdered milk. And she would throw in 2 or 3 scoops of powdered milk on top of regular milk and then stick them under the faucet in our trailer we lived in and fill the rest up with water. Shake them, fill them up, and then take 3 of them and throw them in a freezer and label them, date them with a permanent marker, throw them in a freezer and shut it, and then put the other full one back in the refrigerator. And then for the next month and a half, we would have to drink that. Or eat that with our cereal. So as you can imagine, cereal lasted a little while because that was the last fucking thing that we wanted to eat. But that really happened. Are those the new shirts?
Yeah, that's why.
That
I
was
excuse,
badass,
If you do see,
actually.
but I excuse it. I wanted to show you.
That's
Well,
actually a really cool
Do you
color
think
orange.
that powdered milk is the reason that you and your brother have that special type of strength?
There's a word I would like to use, but I can't.
I don't want to get canceled.
Oh,
That's why I
No,
didn't use it.
that word is actually acceptable now. I saw
I don't trust it.
Ari Shafir at the Improv, and he told me he brought that word back.
He did.
Yeah.
They negotiated with them.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Because Kevin was with me. So,
Yes.
I believe that word's back.
Well, so the new shirts. Not that it's not, but that's probably.
And I like to live life like, hey, would the president say it? Because if he would, then I can. And right now, we're living
yeah,
a good
brother.
life. We are living a good life
If I'm
right
going to
now.
give any type of credit to anything, you can for sure say whatever you want. Well, as long as it aligns with certain. Anyways,
Dude, we're never going to be political on here.
Yeah,
I'm
let's not do
joking.
that.
I'm
But no,
joking.
those-
the only vote we care about is the one at Roman's Roof and the best of success.
That's
or the
actually
best
very
of the
true.
region. That's the only one
this
we care
actually
about. Vote
may
for us.
get aired though after the fact because I know we have a couple coming
Well,
up.
then
and that's
fuck you
almost
if you
over.
didn't vote for
Yeah,
us.
if you didn't vote for us and we weren't number 1,
Yeah,
go fuck yourself.
yeah, exactly.
I think we're gonna make it.
Also, we're joking. We'll still
Yeah,
do your roof.
we'll still do your 100%.
Yeah, and we'll be adults about it. We'll talk shit behind your back.
Yeah, but we'll take your money. Or the insurances or your loan, whatever the case is. We'll figure it out. But no, so those are the new shirts is what I brought out. That's for the new we got all new shirts for our cruise. And I wanted to show you because they're actually I got a lot of comments. They're actually
These are
nice.
the crews are not for
But
us.
these are I might start using it, but if you want
These
to
are
show
for
everybody.
people that work.
I think you're a piece of shit, dude. I didn't even see it, and I already know what it is. I already know what a long sleeve. You're a scumbag, dude. Is that what we're doing now? We're bringing that. Is that one of those?
That's what we did. That's what we did.
You gotta be kidding me right now.
All right, the phone's
Hey
ringing.
guys, we're back to being 15 years old again. So this is amazing. Do you guys know about this? You guys don't know. Revens, Will, you guys don't know about this.
Kevin, do you have any meetings today?
God, dude.
Not anymore.
You are
First of
such a scumbag for this. So Normally we would not do this. Oh my God. All right, well, we're on film, so we might as well get it going. Do you have a bottle opener?
I do. You need one?
So this game,
Doesn't wanna hurt
I
his hands.
explain it so Revens and Will know what's going on. So there's a game that hasn't been around for years, and I can't believe that at 40 we're still doing this. But basically, if you get tricked into getting one of these Smirnoffs,
It's got to be like a surprise.
Yeah, it's called icing,
Being
right?
iced, yeah.
Being iced. So what you're supposed to do now is get down on one knee.
You don't have to get down on one knee.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to either. And chug this. The doctors say I have a bit of a weight problem, so it'll be a lot for me to get back up. Thank God Kevin's fucking buff that he can pick me up. It's like a short stack to lean on.
You're just stay down there, I think.
Yeah, well, Angelo definitely can't out with spaghetti arms.
I love spaghetti.
Yeah, here's to Angelo being 7 years old again, and let's do it.
Hey, cheers.
Cheers.
To loyalty and friendship.
Friendship.
God.
Was it cold?
Good. They're freezing.
Good. So I know Elijah talks about doing things that I did in college or you do when you're younger. He did that to me on the 4th of July this last year, so I don't want to hear him talking
It's
shit
4th of July.
like we're just all of a sudden adults.
Are you guys going to
Not
grow
in the middle
mullets
of a
out?
podcast.
Are we what?
Going to grow mullets out for the 4th of July?
I'm not going to say I'm not going to grow a mullet out, but if you've noticed, I haven't cut my hair either.
I'm working on it. What about you, buddy? You going to grow a mullet?
I'm debating the beard. So I showed you the pictures that I had. Am I going to grow a mullet? Yeah, okay. You going to grow it in?
Show 'em what you got.
Yeah, dickhead. There's a reason I wear hats. I'm bald, people, but you know what? I am going to show them because I'm a sexy
probably-
bald.
Yeah, let him know.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could grow a skullet.
No, we're good.
Oh, dude, the skull would be
We're
so
good.
hot on him.
We're good. I don't get embarrassed about it anymore. You want to know
don't.
why? Because I look good bald. I do. I look normal bald. When
You
say
don't look
Jason
bad.
Statham looks good bald.
Yeah.
But I think I'm a little bit above George Costanza. But I'm a lot below Jason
I have
Statham.
to say this with confidence in who you are as a person, not only as a partner, as a friend, as a confidant. You somehow have to be, I mean, at least somewhat remotely attractive in some way. I mean, again, your wife or whatever, again, you haven't married her because you're an idiot, but she's not ugly. So
Thank you.
the fact that you're with her, you have to
I
be
have not
doing-
figured it out. I've
I
investigated. I can't.
I don't get it. But he can't be the ugliest guy in the fucking room. That's just what it is, right? I mean, I've seen worse. You know, we joke around about here. There's like a 666 rule. You either make six figures, you're 6 feet tall, or you're packing at least six. We'll leave it at that.
I got one of those.
Yeah, we know that. I know
33% will get you in the Hall of Fame.
But
That's the way I look at it too. Yeah.
and that's and there's some rules that's the truth. And I just know you have to check that off at least. I think that you're close to 2, maybe close to 2. And
Turns out,
that's a compliment.
due to the piss poor friendships along my life, I've been told basically I'm fat and stupid. Turns out only one of those things is true. So I actually have a little bit of a brain. And Amanda kind of like insinuated that, or that's the word I'm looking for.
Insinuated?
She like accentuated that or whatever. Like she made it come to light. She let me know that
There's more to you.
Hey, there's more to you, than being funny all the damn time. So I took that to heart. Turns out I'm a little hard worker, and then lo and behold, I'm a great father. And I think that's a lot of why Amanda's still around is probably because of how great I am with Arya, and I'm talking legendary father, potentially the best. So because of that, that I think she stays around and being a good man, but they don't care about that stuff.
It's actually just like it.
Yeah, I know. I support
Well, there's studies.
I support her, and I think I'm a good dad. But yeah, I don't know what she's doing. She's stupid. I tell her that all the time, though. It's a serious conversation we have all the time. Like Amanda, I'll look at her sometimes. I'm like, why? I mean, like,
Don't worry about it. We tell her the same
mirror
thing.
works. Like I know what I'm
do.
looking. I know you, Angelo.
I fucking do.
Believe me, Angelo does. Yeah, but no.
But I do it in front of his face.
Yeah,
I don't do
right.
it behind his back.
No, I
She
do it
is-
on
she is
our Zoom
beautiful,
calls.
smart and
smart.
amazing. So I'm an extremely lucky man. That's for sure.
Well, Kevin too. I mean, again, I want to get Kevin, talking a little bit more because I feel like he's just
I don't.
He's just drinking, being quiet, and he's been real.
This is
short.
what I do every day here.
What,
We
drink?
know.
We know.
Drinking and being quiet.
We know. Scumbag.
Yeah, sounds about right. Kudos to you too. I mean, your wife's very beautiful. You paid for her, but
Well, you get what you pay for around here. So you guys want to get your
Hey,
freebies?
hang on. So everyone knows Kevin makes that joke constantly. So this ain't just a me thing.
I would never.
Also, do we get what we pay for? Because we pay you, and I'm not bringing much
You've
back
already
to us
told
at all.
everybody you
The
don't pay
ROI
me.
on you is,
I think he's talking about me. Are you talking about me or Kevin?
oh, well, guilty conscience. I was talking about Kevin.
Oh,
But
well, you were looking at me. So
Well-
what the fuck you
Well,
saying about me?
you already
I-
told the good people out there that
yeah,
you don't pay me.
I'm trying to be nice to you, Angelo, because I know that you're going through some hard times right now. So I'm just like, I'm trying to,
Such a scum.
I'm trying to be nice to him. Angelo's, he's like, people think I'm lucky. Angelo's the luckiest friend we have. That's just the reality of it. You are. I'm not talking about work, because I'll never shit on your hustle and say that you don't work.
No.
Well, yes, I will. You don't. But
You guys heard it. He just backtracked. But
at some point in
I'll
time,
listen.
you worked. At some point in time.
Well, go on really quick. What are you talking
But
about?
the luck, dude, is well. There's been quite a few things. One, you were lucky enough to have an amazing friend such as myself to bring you into this industry, which has
it all
changed
comes
your
down to
life.
pretty privilege.
Oh, dude. Well, I think he thinks sometimes he's prettier than what he is, but yes, there is pretty privilege 100% into that. The problem is he has Josh Gross syndrome, is what I call it. It's when you're a good-looking dude, but then you talk, and then it's just
I don't like when he talks.
If he was mute, stud. But unfortunately, he has to talk, and then once that happens, yikes. No, he's lucky in the sense that like I had to provide for my family. Like I'm the breadwinner, like it's hard to do that. You
I
know,
don't like where this is going.
You already know where
I
you're
don't
going.
like where this is
But
going.
then you get into Mr. Golf Course, and his wife is the breadwinner. Not anymore now. I think you newly are the breadwinner. So congratulations to you. So you're new to that.
He actually doesn't even like. He hates it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's
I'm sure.
let's air out my business.
But married to a smoking hot doctor.
Well, thank you for that.
And pure luck. No, what do you mean? Thank you. Like she suffers from the same thing Amanda does. Like they're just.
So she's stupid too.
Yeah, they don't realize what they are. Yeah. So she. Sorry, Lauren, but she knows she dumbed down a little, and that's okay.
That's fair.
She tried the doctor thing, and it wasn't for her. And
This is
you guys
really
have a
good
great
talk.
marriage. I was at the wedding. You should have let me speak. I would have saved it. But you guys had a great marriage. You did completely botched bachelor party. I don't even want to talk about that disaster
Oh, it was the worst.
the wedding and the shitty food. But hey, what matters
The food
is
was
I'm
really good.
kidding. I'm kidding. Oh my! I can't even joke. We can't even joke around.
We're joking.
I love Lauren. Outside of politics, and yeah, she's a good person. But yeah, you outkicked your coverage just as much as I did, if not more, because she's a doctor. So
Yeah.
there's that too.
So the shameless thing would for me to say was like, well, I'm good looking. I was in shape. I do think I have a good work ethic.
No,
I was a model, so I mean, there has to be something going on.
kind
there.
of,
Yeah, no, you're right.
kind of.
You're right.
Guys,
Ryan
don't
was
forget
always
to
the better
subscribe to his
model.
OnlyFans.
But you got into this, but Ryan Fredrickson, boy, he set the stage on fire. My man was out there. He was in
I know
a
Kevin-
separate Instagram.
I know Kevin doesn't know, but
he was on a
this is
come
really
up.
funny.
Like he got a Jeep, and it's really cool. So it's a really nice Jeep too. His brother's got a really nice Jeep too. Fredrickson, shout out to you guys, man, just slaying it. And then there's you, who ended up being my friend somehow.
There's a lot of things have been said, a lot of things have been meant, but none more than I love you. And I think we'll segue from that. I don't know if it's luck. I like to consider it calculated risk. I try to put myself in the right positions. Yeah, I mean, I got lucky meeting Lauren. There's no doubt about that. That was a fluke, random event that just happened, and
Getting into this was luck too for everybody.
changed my life. This industry, 100%. Yeah, we talk about it all the time. So there's a few people. Shout out to Drew and DJ. These are a couple of our really good friends.
My former accountant and our other friend.
But
shout out.
So they actually do. They take time. They listen to our podcast and then critique it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
So I want these are Kevin. I'm unfortunate. I haven't got to meet some of your friends. Like I don't know you outside of
doesn't have
work.
a friend.
He probably doesn't.
He doesn't know.
Because he's always here.
I'm here all the time. You guys won't let me leave.
Yeah.
But I have to assume you know somebody from growing up.
Yeah.
These are those guys. Like Drew should have been my best man.
Yeah, somebody that'd be actually honest with you.
And they are.
Yeah, right.
I'll leave it
Brutally
at that.
honest. Yeah. You need
Elijah
that.
should have been your best man, but we'll go with Drew.
So there was a lot of factors involved in me choosing my best man.
Say factors? Oh,
Fat, fat
Fatchers.
curve. Like you just go by the fat, you curve around them, and you get the other guy.
Well, at the time, if I recall, so at the time I had just got into this industry. So when we got married was the same year I got into this back at Mid America with you. So I did a lot of crazy.
You to six figures, yeah. Why would that guy stand? I get it.
Because money, again, if anyone knows, money isn't everything to me. Loyalty.
rich people always say that.
You know what it is?
Says the guy married to a doctor.
Loyalty and friendship is everything.
No, I agree. That's a very important. You gotta stay loyal to the people that were loyal to you.
They can hurt you.
Yeah, both can hurt you, especially loyalty. I've been loyal to a lot of people who have not been loyal to me. It's kind of like when you start climbing up there too, like where we're at right now. Because
man, before you explain that, I want to make a real quick preface. It is that I think friendship and loyalty is important. You want that not only in business but in life. You want to have good friends that you're loyal to. However, the caveat and the opposite of that is where I think it kind of will sway and kind of come back to bite you in the ass is self-interest and greed. And
greed is the trademark for this industry.
But not even just this industry, like in general, right?
Yeah,
like,
but it's really bad in this one.
Oh, it's 100%.
Like really bad in this one. I have to imagine it's bad everywhere, but this industry in particular, it's really fucking bad.
Yeah.
And the problem is that you have a big heart, as do I, not just because of how fat I am, but like we have big hearts, and what happens
it's not big, it's just enlarged.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
enlarged,
not the same thing.
you're
enlarged and working hard as fuck. So like that motherfucker's in there, it's in there pumping. Honestly, it'll go out any minute. So like I have a big heart, and it's overworked. And what happens is I try to bring people up to the top with me. But then as I'm starting, and I'm not nowhere near at the top, relax, don't try to twist my words.
No.
But as I make my ascend to the top, and make no fucking mistake about it, I'm going there. I try to bring people with me. And what I'm noticing more and more as I make my climb is that those people don't even want to fucking see me up there.
So can
I'm helping them get there, and they don't even want me there.
Real quick. We've already done a live demonstration with Kevin being a small woman compared to Revens. Should we do a live demonstration of that? I'll do it right now.
Of what?
Just showing how easy. So let me show you guys.
How easy what is?
I'm going to show you.
I'm very curious.
What is he doing?
I don't know.
I'm going to show you guys.
I'm nervous and excited.
It's going to be something weird.
Oh my God, look how good looking he is.
Mike, you can keep your headset on. Move this real quick.
What's he doing?
So look at this is me on the top. Come here, Kevin. Give me your hand. I'm gonna try to bring you up with me. This is hard.
Angelo's taking his pants off right now.
You know what's
Angelo has a gut. No, I'm just kidding.
Pushing somebody down. You know what? Hey, come here. I'm gonna try to bring you up. Hey, try to bring me down with you. Real easy to bring me down, right?
Yeah.
That's a live visual of what we're trying to explain.
Yes.
We're trying to bring.
For those not watching on YouTube, like you should be on YouTube, because we try to promote it and nobody watches it. You guys just want to keep listening to us. You're going to miss out here in the year. We're going to be doing a lot of visual stuff. But Angelo went up on the table.
That makes it sound creepy, doesn't it?
He tried to help Kevin up and explain to Kevin that it was very hard to pull Kevin up despite his size. And he then had Kevin pull down on Angelo.
Angelo, what do you weigh?
Like 180.
Just so we know.
180. Where's the scale at?
I'll bring one in.
Where's the scale at?
I'll bring one in.
Just so we know.
Is that what, after you jump in the pool with your clothes on?
No, I'm a solid 180.
No, you're not.
I was just at the doctor.
I don't care what the doctor said.
All right, maybe not 180. I'm probably 176.
Oh, now we're dropping. You add 4 inches. He drops 4 pounds.
Okay.
I see where this is going.
You knock it off, mister, and I'm back on Angelo's side.
So
220 is my point.
I'm all
Dude,
about.
I'm a lean 270.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, come on.
Lean walked away from you a long time ago.
You're fucking killing me today. We even got Will laughing at that, so that's pretty great.
Oh well, Will he's a $130, and that's on a good day.
But he's packing a punch. I've seen.
Oh, dude, heat. There's nothing but heat coming from there. Infrared camera will be glowing on that.
Oh,
yeah. 3 legs. That guy could win a 3-legged race by himself.
Well, I saw him do a race. Like he's fucking Need for Speed in like 2004. He's fucking all about it.
Yeah, you're talking about the truck simulator?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's like laughing, having a good time, and Will gets on there. He's all business.
Yep.
He's like, nah, crank it up, highest level, let's go. He's just one arm, just cruising the streets,
Yeah,
like cruising USA style.
I tried it right after he did. I did not do well.
Yeah. And then he put a stigma to rest, and I don't care. Get mad at me, call me racist, whatever you want to do. We went to Minnesota, and we were trying to drive. We weren't trying to drive because Full disclosure, I had a couple Chardonnays. What of it? But Will, like, basically, we were gonna have Reven's drive, and we know
went
the
out,
stigma.
and we
with
just
that.
said, "Hey, can you guys
so we
drive?"
know the stigma. Like Reven's do, it's beyond the woman thing. Like, whatever.
She's
So-
an Asian woman. Like, it's a
Yes,
stereotype.
and we're like,
We all
can
laughed
you do
about
this?
it.
And Reven's confidently said, yes, I'll give her that. But then Will was like,
No, hang on, hang on. So Elijah's close with the story. Reven's explicitly said, no, Will drives everywhere. I think I've driven twice since I've been here with him.
Okay, that's what it was, yeah.
She was all about the stereotype of that she's a woman and she's Asian and she can't drive.
And Will was like,
I'm not saying it's true.
Will just grabbed the keys and said, no, she's right.
I'm sorry?
I approve.
Yeah, she so if you can't hear her in the background, she goes, I approve.
Yeah.
It just was what it was.
Do you see that? Angelo so badly wanted to do an accent when he said, I approve. He so badly held it back. But Will...
Hey, I've made the joke before.
I know.
I've
heard
the
it's.
joke
I think
before.
it's hereditary. Is what
I
they're
got
saying.
to, dude, on that episode, it's the
Bro.
Die Hard episode when we get the bottle and you're like, bang, no, no, no.
Oh,
And I'm like, Jesus, Angelo.
I said,
dude.
let me
Is that the
clarify.
same one where you said your
Go
fat
ahead.
fucking
no,
face?
I
and your-
won't date
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So
fucked up.
when he
It
was
is.
in the car, when we were in the car, it was me and Amanda. We were driving, and that episode was on. I was showing her the dispute between Die Hard and stuff, and how like everybody loves that. And when that part came on there, Amanda laughed so fucking hard when I was like, Jesus,
My thing is,
like it was so
and-
good, dude.
All right, so I did make the error. We laughed about it actually when we went up to Minnesota. Listen, I don't condone racism by
You
any
don't even
means.
have why
Hang on. Hang
take
on.
2 episodes?
I'm not tanking anything, but some stereotypes are funny. I wouldn't say something if I thought it would offend somebody. Truly, I mean
Angelo.
that from the bottom of my
Angelo,
heart.
we'd moved on.
And
People have been fired since then. We've moved on. we moved on. So let's just go, dude. We moved on.
Oh,
from
you're
that.
so
We're moving
funny.
forward. But anyway, Will took over as the wheel man. He was hitting corners and
Oh, dude,
handling
he was the
business.
shit, dude.
Yeah. Minus the little incident we had where what was the door wouldn't open or the what
Oh,
was
the-
that?
the door?
Yeah, was it
no,
the
the
door? Yeah,
the driver,
door.
one of the doors wouldn't open.
Yeah.
That had nothing to do with Will, but we're gonna blame him,
Well, yeah,
and then blame
100%.
it because he's Asian.
Yeah, yeah, for not being able to figure out the computer system to
Yeah.
get 100%.
And again,
Also,
he should
what a
just know.
power move, by the way. We rented a minivan twice.
We do a
rocked
lot,
a minivan
actually.
in Texas too.
Did you?
Yeah, that's a power move, dude. A minivan with 4 dudes, power move, and comfortable too, because a man of my stature appreciates a good bucket seat in a minivan.
That's the thing. So minivans have such a like even some of the bigger SUVs and all that. They don't look good on the outside. It's when you get on the inside, you're like,
Yeah.
fuck, this is like luxury.
That's Sean's car, dude. What is that? A TRD Pro? Is that what it is?
Yeah,
That thing is huge in there, dude.
yeah. If you act like your truck isn't fucking huge on the inside. You're driving a fucking. What, is it a 22,
It's a
23?
Ford F-150, dude.
Yeah. What year is it?
23.
23 F-150. Got it. There's a. All I'm gonna
It says
say. is-
Raptor on it. Also, can we backtrack real
That's
quick?
just because that's my favorite
Let's,
dinosaur.
hey, why don't we shut up for a minute, Kevin?
Well, I just want to address
30
something. You
seconds
said
to
you were a bucket guy. You always struck me as more of like a bench seat kind of guy.
Bench seat.
Yeah, like like the full size of the vehicle kind of seat. Like even now, like you're overflowing the bucket.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
That's
and I'll
a,
blame it on this pillow here, but we know it's not the pillow. We know
It's not the
not.
pillow.
Yeah, dude. We know it's not. But hey,
okay.
I'm fat and you rock your, 34 by 16 jeans. And
These are 34 29s.
by 16.
39s.
34 by 16 jeans. No, I'm just kidding, man.
These are 8.5s.
The world loves jockeys. You say the shoes are 8.5?
Yeah, bro.
You wear an 8.5?
I've been the same size since 7th grade.
I don't doubt that. 8.5.
I'll be honest, Kevin. I'm
Eight
all about.
and a half.
I'm all about shit talking. I'm all about letting my truth be known. I will never condone telling someone you have an 8.5.
Oh, I don't care.
That's fucked up, bro.
You guys want to spend more for your
now, here's
big
the
ass
thing, though.
shoes?
For Kevin, because he doesn't care about shoes. But if he did care about shoes,
Kevin?
yeah, if he did,
No, I don't care about
he's
shoes.
actually in a badass position, to be honest with you. I wear a 13. That's the first fucking size to go when a new basketball shoe drops. It's gone.
Yeah.
13 to 15, gone. You can't get them. Then the next ones are 12, 10s and 9s, gone. 8.5, bro, you got everything at your fingertips. all of it.
I'm out here living life, bro.
Well, he has everything
could
at his
be.
fingertips anyway. I mean,
As long as I got my
Except the
stepladder.
counter. Except for the counter if he's got his
the
ladder.
world
Yeah.
is right there. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's up there. You gotta say that with him, like the world's up there. You know.
That's how I got so wide. I had to do pull-ups to get up everywhere.
Yeah.
Jesus, dude.
God, a little booster chair at dinner.
So real quick, I want to let everyone the truth be known about the icing that happened a little bit ago.
Icing.
You're
You
icing.
got iced.
God, he's drunk already. Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
With all that sugar went to his head.
No,
There is a lot of
He's
sugar
probably
in those.
diabetic at this point.
I'm fat, and I was thinking like you guys had
Bro.
something really cool I don't even know about.
It's
you said
funny.
icing.
God
I'm
damn it,
excited.
he won't stop. It's funny like when you do it once, but there's something about like that self-deprivation of like criticizing yourself that makes me feel, I'm going to use this word and I hate it too, icky. Please stop.
Icky.
Please stop.
And being your friend for over 20 years, I know that
just-
that bothers you.
You don't need to keep saying it.
I know.
The world can see that you're
I know,
fat.
but I want you to understand. You know, it's like a cry for help deep down inside.
I know
Like
it is.
I'm making jokes.
I tried
it makes
helping
me
you.
feel good about it. And
We can go to the gym
Yeah.
together.
no,
We're not gonna lose
and
weight,
You want
but
to know why we can't?
we can go get real strong.
I'd like that, but you know why we can't?
Because you won't
Because
join my
chose
gym.
to take a gym. It's 45 minutes away from my house, and then you chose to work out at 4:00 in the morning, and I don't give a shit how motivated I am. That will never.
That's because you guys make
ever
me
happen.
work from 12 or from 6 to 6 every day, 12 hours a day.
If this is the production that we get for 12 hours, you best well just fucking stay home.
I didn't
Go
say I was
work 8.
efficient with my time,
Go work 8.
but I'm
yeah.
here. I'm always here.
12
shit.
hours. This guy.
How did you wind up in this industry?
Well, I was a firefighter for Michigan City for 5 years.
Why'd you stop doing that? That sounds so much more like cool and
No,
badass.
it sounds boring. I used to sound cool until Chad works for National.
Yeah.
Like, you know that guy. I don't know where
He
he's
wears
at
very
today,
fancy pants.
But 5 years ago, he said he saw 2 fucking fires. And most of his time was spent cleaning up car accidents. You know,
There's a lot of
Yeah,
that.
That
There's a lot.
sucks.
like it just doesn't even seem like.
Yeah, that would suck.
So my little brother is best friends with, and now my ex-wife's little brother.
Okay.
That's how I met her.
Gotcha.
Can I say the name on the podcast?
You can say whatever. Yeah.
First names,
So-
I wouldn't mention their full names.
Well, I was going to talk about the company.
Oh, hey, I'll say RL, dude. I've got nothing but respect for Rich and Rich Jr. Like,
Yeah, no, we have no beef.
that was before the Mickey Mouse Club comment.
Which,
And I'm okay talking about that, but that was before that club. So apparently, we rubbed some
is
feathers.
this recent?
Yeah. I didn't
know
even know.
about
I
this?
just
Yes.
found out today.
I knew about it
So-
from
so
before.
Are
Jesse-
we allowed to talk about this?
I don't give a shit. He said it. Like, it's true. Jesse works here now. Sorry for you.
Hey, go on. Yeah. Fuck it.
So we go to Orlando, which, by the way, if Rich is listening right now, he understands that when we went to Orlando, we didn't pay for any of that. Like Ico, the greatest shingle manufacturer out there, they paid for us to have steak. They paid for us to go do all our shit. So that's what we did. And then he apparently went to Jesse and was like, "Oh, get steak for those guys. You want to go off and do your Mickey Mouse Club or whatever like that." So number one, you're dumb. And number two, I respect them as well. I actually promote them online and tell people to use them. Like, I have nothing against them, but the Mickey Mouse comment, come on, man. First off, one, we don't pay for those things. And while we're on the subject, we should talk to our audience about that. Straight up. You guys see steak dinners. You guys see traveling. You guys see all this stuff. Do you guys truly believe that that's what I would spend my money on, that I'm going to waste my money on that stuff? No, dude. People buy that for us because of the commitment that we have on our end. You sell $5 million in material. We purchase anywhere between $3 to $5 million in material. Yeah, you kind of have to take us out for steak every once in a while.
Yeah,
we have to go do something.
There's definitely layers to it.
Yeah.
For sure.
But
you don't have to take us out, by the way. It's just, as a man of my stature, I just said that for you. What we tell people is all the time is like, we're not, so the owners here, I could be full and transparent with everybody.
Yeah, go.
We would prefer you guys to take care of the sales reps, but we know that they want to get us alone. They want to pitch us out. They want to try to get us to commit to do things with them. So they try to do events to where it's just us. And we tell them all the time, like, look, dude, save the vacations for the team. Save the whatever promos you guys got for the teams. If you want to cater to us, then, we're sports guys. We love sporting events, and we love steak. And those are the two things. And anytime we ever sit down with somebody, it's either sushi or steak. We always say that.
It's a multi-level again.
They want to do those things.
Yeah,
We're
when you
not
get into
forcing them.
business, when you get into business-to-business relationships, it's not coming from necessarily that direct vendor. It's coming from the company that vendor, whether it's a supplier, vendor, whatever it is.
It's all write-offs for them too, dude.
Yeah,
We're not
it's-
milking anybody for any money.
No,
And
for
believe me,
sure.
that steak didn't break the bank.
But to get back to Kevin's thing, the Mickey Mouse thing, I do know about that. You're right. So I just wasn't sure what this was about. But that's a funny comment. I think it's funny.
No, I respect it a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna not talk about it. We were on subject. You might as well. It's funny.
no. But no, yeah. So like the guys at RL, like I like them a lot.
But the Mickey Mouse Club is crushing it, though.
It is.
Fuck yeah.
But no, those guys are great. But you were trying to go on with it, yeah.
Oh, so anyway, so long
Hey,
story
Ashley,
short,
look at guys, our new national. I believe she's going to be working at National part time. Ashley's going to be coming on here, getting a little tour of the office.
Can you guys come over really quick?
Yeah,
Can you
get
hand
over here real quick.
Hand those out really quick.
My fiance's here. Hand them out. He iced me on here.
I know, it was my idea.
Oh my
I've been
god!
trying to get to that.
Amanda planned that.
I brought her up
Oh,
twice
my
now,
God.
trying to get to the fact
I've been waiting for her to yell at me.
that Amanda was all about we should ice them, and I go get one. She goes, where do I go? I go, there's
That's
one right
ridiculous,
right
dude.
down the road.
Here you are, gentlemen.
thank you.
We appreciate it. What's up, Ash?
Come sit down. And
Hey,
say hi
real quick, shout out
Sit down,
to your
yeah.
daughter. She was so freaking cute. I brought Jackson to school. I do dads and donuts, or I'm sorry, it's some dad thing. I forget the name. Sorry, I can't think of
Playing
it.
so
But
hard on that.
she was there that morning, and she was like, "Hi, Angelo," and I was like, "You know my name. What's up, Rose?" And her and Jackson said hi. It was cool, but yeah, she's a super sweet kid. So
Yeah, Rose is awesome.
thank you guys.
It's so cool that she
Yeah.
knows all of you.
I love that. No, she's great. I run into you guys way too often in Crown Point now because of just baseball, softball, same school. So, yeah. But thank you. Yeah. So I've been trying to get to you like twice now. We keep
know.
getting on segues.
No, more than twice. Way more than twice.
Come on, guys. I'm kidding.
Anywho, so yes, Amanda. I brought the beers. I was like, we should have a beer on the podcast. You know, let's shoot the shit, talk about friendship and loyalty and how important it is. And then Amanda's like, we should ice them, and I was like, perfect. So I tell her, there's one other. She's like, right?
Dude,
yeah.
he got it good. He put it inside the shirt, and he's like, well, "Show everybody." So I'm like, "Oh,
Well, you
okay,
hid it
cool,
in there.
yeah, I'll show everybody."
I got up quietly, went to the office, and then folded the shirt up
So
to
stupid.
present it.
Yeah, and then I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" And I'm sitting here the whole time too. I'm like, "Oh god, man, it's gonna see this." And that's how you do it. Work all day, you just drink.
Yes.
You know, and yeah, no, I know that now. Also, you got the sunglasses back on your head. So, but yeah, so
I won't say that because I respect women
okay,
and your wife.
yeah. As soon as we're off the podcast,
As I said,
don't.
bring us the drinks. Hey, although they both obligated immediately. Yes.
Well, yeah.
Weird how that works.
They know. They understand.
They are good women.
Sushi's here. Oh man! All right, guys. Well,
Kevin, I guess you have to tell us your story about
Hey, there's
RL
always
later.
next time.
Yeah, we don't need to hear about them. You're not part of RL anymore.
This episode was brought to you by Smirnoff Ice.
Yeah, you're part of the Mickey Mouse Club now, baby. All right, so
I love it, man.
yeah. Anyway, it's been fun. We always like a good casual episode like this every once
We
in a
talked a
while.
lot. Sorry, Kevin.
We did. We
I'm
did.
just here.
Well,
This
honestly,
is what-
fuck
this-
Kevin though.
This is
Like,
what normally
This is what he
happens.
does
And that's
anyway.
the philosophy of
You
Roman's
guys
Roofing
talk,
anyway.
I work,
yeah,
and then
Kevin,
it
no one
works
cares.
out.
Anyway, we'll see you guys on the next one.